Hello, everyone. Welcome back. In this episode here, I found another site here that's going to take Bitcoins, cheapair.com. And like I said, as more and more of these retailers, especially online presence retailers, are going to accept Bitcoin, that's where I'm going to go to spend it. Okay, so until others start accepting, this is another place. And right now, apparently, see, it says cheapair.com, first online travel agency to accept Bitcoins out of California, apparently. And right now, I guess I don't. This was dated a while ago, November 22nd. But if you've been watching my videos, you could at some point, if you want to do this Bitcoin as a genuine business, self-employed, or uh, either a corporation, whatever, you can now legitimately, without fear of persecution from the banks, as well as from any government agency, if you're legitimate. So, anyways, um, what I was saying was you can use your Bitcoins, and if you do it as a business, you can travel around the world now, or travel within your state or within your country, um, to establish different markets for Bitcoins. Because you remember, how do people get Bitcoins? Well, they don't go to the bank. There's no bank of Bitcoin or bank of Bitcoinia. Um, you know, Finding miners kind of hard. There's other website services and everything, but eventually somebody on the ground with their feet in the street. That kind of rhymes, huh? I like that. Their feet in the street. Now I don't mean like on a corner. I mean Main Street and Wall Street, whatever. When I'm talking about Main Street, Wall Street before, was talking about making a market, as far as this being Bitcoin in particular, being a means of payment, money, and also as an investment. So finding everyday people who want to use this, as well as people who wish to generate wealth uh, using Bitcoins as a financial instrument, which is credit. That financial instrument is credit. It, you know, through that means. And so I don't know how far they're going to travel or what they're going to travel, but again, like I said, if you use this as a business expense, you can, you're going to be traveling. Who knows? Maybe around the world, and you're going to have expenses in those travel business expenses, right? Which you can deduct from your Bitcoins as expenditures, you know, and those are all expenses, all right, real expenses in operating your Bitcoin business as an user slash investor slash miner, by mining. And remember, when I say mining, if you remember the guidelines, the ruling from I don't know, like I guess from the U.S. Treasury Department, or the part of the U.S. Treasury Department that um, I don't know what they're calling. I don't know. You'll see my previous episode. Go take a look at. If you're new to this, go ahead and start from Bitcoin '01 all the way up to now. Um, Catch up fast as you can. But basically, when I say you're mining, that also includes earning and also purchasing. So earning those Bitcoins through your trades, all right, making a gain through those trades, and then also purchasing. Okay, purchasing. So, and if you read the guidelines, also you can sell those in exchange for cash, because some things are not. You have to turn it to a legal tender within whatever jurisdiction or in that country, to actually physically legally buy something if they don't accept Bitcoins. Okay, and it actually says that. And not only that, but you can also realize uh, money, not realize, you're realizing money, but not to be realized as gains, but possibly you could be realized as money to be used for a future need. In other words, just like you do in your exchange account, where you're buying Bitcoins with US dollars and then you're selling your Bitcoins for US dollars. So it's the same concept at your exchange. That is the same concept with your money in your bank account, using those for future needs for investment purposes only. I didn't say investment purposes only. It just says for future needs, and it kind of just that's about it. I'm assuming for investment purposes, but anyways, in either case, you're going to use it for that because this is going to be your business, your life, right? So here you go, another website that is accepting Bitcoins. And eventually, it says here, if you just kind of read on, it talks about blah, 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 blah. I don't know if they're continuing to do this. I hope they are. And then, you know, it talks about, let me see, where is it? Right here, it's just booking flights is all they have. Okay, for the time being, only accept Bitcoins for flight purchases on cheapair.com website. Okay, but hopefully it'll be extended to hotel reservations, flights bookings. Okay, so hopefully it'll be attended to hotel reservations. So basically, you can now explore other markets, literally. I'm not talking about explore other exchanges. Explore literally other markets. In other words, in the physical world, the reality, real world, you can market your Bitcoins in literally different markets. In other words, anywhere around the world. I guess it would require some travel on your end to establish that. So all these are business expenses for being an investor. All right, the cost of being an investor is it takes money to operate this, and you have to expand your investments in order to keep continual growth of your business. Sounds familiar, right? I mean, doesn't doesn't all don't all corporations do that? Um, if a corporation's a person, and does that person, like if I'm a person, can I be a corporation as well? Do I have the same flexibility like a corporation? Interesting question. Again, back to no, back to that subject. But anyways, this will give you some idea of what could be done. Again, if I was just doing this as a self-employment, even at ordinary income, plus a self-employment, I mean, well, more self-employment than ordinary income. But if I spend, if I generate $1 million in quote unquote revenue, and $1 million is spent either buying back more Bitcoin, more Bitcoins, and then on top of that, the operating expense of physically marketing Bitcoins in the real world, perfectly legal. I mean, that's all right. I mean, it's done all the time. So business owners who already know this, they already know this. Who else? Like, very commonly done. So again, this is a new way of doing business. It may be different. You may have to find a bank who's understanding of this new concept. But again, there's nothing illegal here whatsoever. All legitimate. So anyways, my battery is getting a little low. I think this is another you're gonna need this if you're gonna really market your Bitcoins, either nationally, internationally, or globally, or even just in your region, or regionally. You know, Bitcoins won't work unless it, it's marketed in the real world. So, anyways, hopefully this will help some people, and some concept and ideas on what you can do. And again, when you expend your Bitcoins to do a business travel, you can, let me go back to a chart. I'll always go to a chart, but like I said, you can do the same concept. Like, when would be a good time to expend your Bitcoins? Well, when the price is high, but you also know maybe it's on a downtrend. Um, Depending on what you do, I mean, like I said, you can use your purchasing power, sell your Bitcoins, or expend your Bitcoins for a business trip. Put another limit order to replenish the expended Bitcoin, and if you're right, you've effectively gained your purchasing power, and by re-buying in for the probably same amount, um, but you'll get more Bitcoins out of it. So you'll put in the exact money you expended. The only difference is you'll get more Bitcoins in this scenario, or well, I've already explained it. So again, this is something you can do in real life and take advantage of the price fluctuations. So, anyways, this concludes this episode. Feel free to comment, like, dislike. It's not really a graph episode. I was just trying to chart episode. Let me go back to these guys. So cheapair.com, another site which you probably might start using. And you know what's going to happen is once these guys, all these other agencies, what are they, the travel agencies are going to be taking these in, you're going to start seeing directly the flights, the airlines start taking these directly now, once they realize there's a market for it. And so this is going to be more uncommon. Hotels, so travel industry is going to take. I think a travel industry is going to be really picking up here if Bitcoin comes into play, because you're going to have flights, you're going to do business travel, you're going to have hotels, and you might even need a car. You could technically do a cruise. I mean, the way you travel doesn't matter. Like if you're headed to Jamaica for a reason, or the Caribbeans, or wherever. I'm just giving an example, or if you're headed to Florida, doesn't matter what cruise you go, Disney cruise or what. I mean, you know, if it's a way to get to Florida for a business related purpose, you can expense this, literally. There's a lot of creative ways in which you can enjoy owning your own business. At the same time conduct your business as well. So there's no rules on how to get to point A to point B. Only the fact that if it's there for business purposes, you can expense it. So if you want to go to Florida via cruise on a 7-day cruise, you can. There's no law against that. So, anyways. I hope you're enjoying this video. Feel free to comment, like, dislike, even leave a video response. Until next time, stay tuned for the next episode. Bye now. Hello everyone. This is a quick continuation from the hotel, the Cheap Air. This is where I saw it. That's what I thought. Now they are traveling hotels. You can now do hotels now through Cheap Air. Looks like they are accepting it, and so this is kind of big because, like I said, you can use this as a business expense for your Bitcoin trading. So remember, Bitcoin trading. Let me try to get that in better focus. There we go. There we go. Bitcoin trading is not just at exchanges. It's in the real world as well. You are physically exchanging money for Bitcoins. And so what's it mean to have Bitcoins? What's it mean to be a miner? Well, there's some good and bad things about being a miner. First, a good thing is, I mean, you're getting Bitcoins, new Bitcoins. Bad things is you need to maintain getting that Bitcoin to pay off the expense of first the machine. All right, so the machine or your mining rig, and any hosting service, any power, and then the upgrade and maintenance. And most likely, as time goes on, you're gonna need more. You're gonna need more of those mining rigs to get those Bitcoins. So this for me is more of a trader's thing, because I'm going to be, how someone who trades, really mines. Remember the word mining? The definition of mining also means to earnings, or purchasing. Okay, one or the other. So mining is defined by my previous episodes. So what do you got to do to open up a new market? Well, you got to travel all over the world and test these different markets if possible. So staying in a hotel is important. Buying airfare is important. I'm going to be flying all over the place, testing out different markets for Bitcoin. So, this is another way you can expend your Bitcoins. So real quick, just want to follow up that. So they do offer hotels. All right. Bye.